Hello, I am the Distressed Watcher. I review the previews and let you know which trailers are failures. That's right, folks. I watch the coming attractions and tell you which are nothing more than mindless distractions. And when I'm not rhyming, I'm snapping. But I can't snap, which is kind of embarrassing. I don't know why I'm even trying to snap. Anyway, let's get on with the show. Ha! Tough crowd. Trailer is for the film Legion, a story about angels. You know, angels are everywhere in the American zeitgeist. Greeting cards, TV shows, tacky porcelain figurines. So it's only natural that Hollywood would try to capitalize on these majestic figures of modern mythology.
All right, Rambo, you mind telling us what we're fighting?
Angels.
It seems that that's not what they're trying to do. In fact, it seems like this movie is actively trying to piss Americans off. I can get behind that. Let's see the trailer. Ooh, an oversized, sped-up rising sun. Yay! Never seen that before. What's that for? To establish that this is taking place on the planet Earth? Hey, look, there's the sun, bigger than you've ever seen it in your entire life, rising really fast. Now, granted, maybe I'm being a little bit nitpicky with the whole sun thing, but come on. I've seen this clip 1,000 times in 1,000 other movies.
When I was a little girl, my mother spoke of a prophecy.
A prophecy? Don't you mean The Prophecy, made in 1995 starring Christopher Walken, which shared many of the same elements as this movie, such as taking place largely in the desert and casting the Judeo-Christian idea of angels as the villains?
Of a time when all the world would be covered in darkness and the fate of mankind would be decided.
Oh, like in The Matrix.
How far along are you?
Just about there.
But a baby is gonna burn.
Oh, what? I'd like you to apologize.
You're all gonna die!
I hate when I'm in the movie theater and this trailer comes on and I'm the only one who laughs at that scene. How do you not laugh at Spider-Granny?
Spider-Man, Spider-Man, does whatever a spider can, spins a web.
The last time God lost faith in man.
Wait a minute, doesn't God already know the future? How can we fail to live up to his expectations when he should know exactly what to expect? Also, if he knows the future, wouldn't he know that he was going to lose his faith in us in the first place? Also, being all-powerful, shouldn't he be able to just make some small tweaks and adjustments here and there within our DNA to make us more to his liking? I mean, I understand that we're supposed to have free will and all that, and we can make our own choices, and we make our own destiny, and blah, blah, blah. We've all seen The Matrix, we all understand about destiny and choice and all that. But at the same time, we have certain genetic predilections that lead us to do certain things. I mean, no guy goes out and cheats on his wife if he doesn't have a sex drive impelling him to do so. So all God would have to do is tweak the nature of the sex drive and voila, there's no more infidelity. That's just one example out of many.
He sent a flood.
Oh right, the flood with the ark and the animals. I like that story. But wait, didn't he promise to never do that again?
This time, he sent angels.
Oh, but hold on. You mean to tell me when God promised to never flood the earth again, he literally was only promising to never flood the earth again? Any other means of destruction is still on the table? He could still burn us or send aliens to harvest our brains or send his angels to stomp our guts out? That's still fine? That's an awful sneaky, lawyer-like technicality for an all-benevolent being to work into his promise, don't you think?
Now what? You don't look like any policeman I ever saw, even one from L.A.
And the award for least believable affectation of a country accent goes to Dennis Quaid!
Are you here to protect us?
Not you. Her.
Why me?
Because your child is the only hope humanity has of surviving.
Wait a minute. This movie movie is not a ripoff of The Prophecy. This movie is a ripoff of The Terminator. Think about it. A waitress whose unborn child is the only hope for mankind's future. One man is her protector against a seemingly insurmountable enemy. All they did was scratch out Skynet and type in God. Even the music is similar.
I knew I'd send you, Gabriel.
I knew he'd send you, one of the few angels that most people actually know the name of.
I don't even believe in God.
Bobby doesn't believe in you either.
Wait, what does that mean? God is all-knowing and all-seeing. He should definitely know that Dennis Quaid exists. I mean, he was in The Day After Tomorrow, for fuck's sake. How do you not know that Dennis Quaid exists if you're God? Unless they meant believe in the sense like, I don't believe Dennis Quaid could act his way out of a paper bag. Of course, that's not really an article of faith now, is it? But if they did that, then the whole thing is just a huge equivocation fallacy. It's where you substitute one meaning of the word in the first proposition, and then another meaning of the word in the second proposition, and then draw an erroneous conclusion, which is exactly what this is doing. It's like if I say, to beat someone is to hit them violently and repeatedly, and we would all agree on that definition, and then I say, yesterday I beat someone at Monopoly, and from that you extrapolate, well, you must have hit someone violently and repeatedly yesterday because you beat them at Monopoly. You see how if you change the definition of the word from one proposition to the other proposition, then the conclusion that you draw makes no sense? Well, it's the same thing happening here with the word believe. The first time we hear the word believe, it means one thing, and the second time we hear it, it means another. And if that's not what's going on here, and they're using the same definition of believe over and over again, then I'm starting to question whether the God of this movie is actually God. Because if he doesn't believe in Dennis Quaid, who very obviously exists, then it doesn't make any sense. He's the creator of Dennis Quaid and the rest of the universe for that matter. So how could he not know about Dennis Quaid? Is Dennis Quaid the Zimzum, the area where God's knowledge can just not penetrate? He is the counterpoint to God's omniscience, and he is the sole point where God cannot see, where God cannot know. That is just stupid. And I'm a bit confused as to why God needs to send angels to kill humanity anyway. Couldn't he just say, snap his finger and make humanity disappear like that? I mean, doesn't he just have to tap his little red slippers together 3 times and say, there's nothing like genocide, there's nothing like genocide, there's nothing like genocide, and poof, humanity is gone. That's all he would have to do, because he's God. Why does he have to send a big army of angels to wipe us out? It doesn't make any sense. Couldn't he just blow up the earth? I mean, it should be easy for him. And I guess it would be a short and boring movie if we just open with God sitting around in a chair, and then he presses a button, and then the earth explodes, and then the credits roll, but I'd see it. Random quick cut explosion-laden montage of violence in 3, 2, 1, go! I don't know about you guys, but my mind was just thoroughly blown all over the place into little pieces. Unfortunately, none of them are little enough to want to see this movie. January, the movie studio dumping ground for all the movies that they thought wouldn't make it the year before. You know, even though it does look fairly mindless, the cinematography is kind of impressive. And you know what? Making God the villain in a mainstream Hollywood blockbuster is unexpectedly ballsy. For those reasons alone, I'm going to go ahead and give this trailer a solid C+, because I have to admit, my interest is piqued. Our next trailer is for a film called Transylmania. Yeah, the title alone pretty much ensures that I ain't seeing it, but let's watch the trailer anyway.
At the start of the new moon, I was absolutely positive of 3 things.
At the start of the trailer for Transylmania, I was absolutely positively certain of 3 things. 1, this woman is the worst actress ever. She's only just started talking and already I am thoroughly unconvinced of her character's authenticity.
First, Radu was a vampire.
two, it's going to be difficult to mock something that's already so inherently stupid.
Second, my one birthday wish was to feel his kiss.
And three, it was going to be painful to sit through all of this insipid bullshit.
And third,
I'm sorry. What just occurred? Having a series of random images spliced together does not a narrative make. They have to present a logical sequence of events that the viewer's mind can discern. That is the essence of what we call cinema. Without cohesion, there is no movie, there is no narrative, there is no story. What am I watching? I don't understand. Let's watch it again and see if we can figure it out. Okay, we hear a chomp, which leads us to believe that her neck has been bitten. Then she's licking her hand. Then the guy with the bad haircut starts making the O face like he just filled his codpiece. Then he falls down the stairs. So, what can we figure out from all this? Nothing! 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 The only thing I can put together is that he bit her hand and was starting to get off on it, but she was pissed, so she smacked him down the stairs like a little wussy boy. So why is he biting her hand instead of her neck? Vampires are supposed to bite your neck. And also, why is he such a pussy? How does she knock him down the stairs so easily? I know this is a quote-unquote comedy, but if you can smack your villain down the stairs and he's all, ow, I'm hurt now, then he's not a threat. It's never a good idea to make your main villain a pussy, regardless of the genre you're working in. A midget! That's right, because you don't even have to have a joke. Just having a midget there is funny all by itself, right? Right? Wrong.
Your computer boyfriend's
I
here.
need a freak with long hair. A super freak.
And the girl that he met online was actually a hunchback. And not only that, but her hump is all gross and slimy looking. That's pretty funny, right?
I've got the perfect way to pick up girls. I tell them I'm a vampire slayer.
Oh yeah, that'll get him. That'll get him. That'll get him to spray mace in your eyes. I'm a vampire hunter. Yeah, they'll spread their legs when they hear that. Why don't you also tell them that you're a student at Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry? I mean, sure, you're a little old to be going to wizard school, but then again, so is this guy.
College kids, the other white meat.
Wow, that's the tagline you're going with. College kids, the other white meat. Well, I guess that ensures that even if people don't see this horrible trailer, they'll know the movie's terrible just based on the tagline that you put on the poster. I love how midway through the trailer it says it's coming out this December, but then at the end it just says, arriving soon. Like it knows it's gonna come out in December, but it's not quite sure when. Yeah, right, folks. This is a January or February release if I ever saw one. If this movie breaks $5 million its opening weekend, I will be in awe. I mean, in America, anything is possible, but I just don't see this trailer putting asses in seats. Overall, I give this trailer a D-. I mean, the acting is terrible, the jokes fall flat, nothing looks funny or intriguing or interesting or original, but at least the filmmakers had the good sense to give us ample shots of girls' cleavage to make up for all that, which is why I abstained from giving this a flat-out F. I mean, how does a movie like this even get made? What studio exec walked into the office drunk one morning and decided that what America really needs is an unfunny comedy about vampires? It didn't work for Eddie Murphy, and it didn't work for Leslie Nielsen. So it's certainly not going to work for a bunch of kids who look like they're rejects from the last direct-to-DVD American Pie sequel. The next trailer is for acclaimed director James Cameron's new movie Avatar. So, we have giant robots and badass spaceships, but people are still confined to wheelchairs? So what happened, James Cameron? How did we get to a present where we're almost able to rehabilitate the handicapped, and we're nowhere near having all of this super cool robot technology, to a future where we have all the super cool robot technology, but we haven't quite got around to healing the cripples yet. And look, he's still pushing the wheelchair manually. In a future where we have badass robots and stuff, couldn't we build him a pair of robot legs, if nothing else? I mean, that technology already exists in its primitive stages. I mean, are we to believe that this stuff is going to be weaponized long before it's going to be used to help people? Actually, it does kind of sound like us. Okay, move along. That needs to be explained. What is holding those land masses up? I mean, it couldn't be an air pressure or wind-based phenomenon because they're just staying there perfectly still. They're not wobbly at all. I mean, and it couldn't be a magnetic phenomenon because the equilibrium of forces required to even hold one landmass perfectly still like that would be mind-boggling to find in nature. So the idea that we'd find it multiple times holding up multiple landmasses all within the same area is just so statistically unlikely that it might as well just be called impossible. So the only option left is that this is actually some sort of gravitational anomaly. And I'm willing to accept that, but it has to be explained. And I understand you're not going to explain it in this trailer. All I'm saying is that if I see this movie and I'm just meant to accept the floating land masses and they're never explained to me in any way, shape, or form, that's going to stress me out a little bit. Mystique have sex with Legolas? What is that? It looks goofy. Am I supposed to take that seriously? I'm having trouble. They should have put Super Mario in the tank. It would have been just as credible, and hey, at least I would know what I'm looking at. Now, don't get me wrong, folks. I have no trouble accepting many fantasy creatures, but this one just looks a little bit stupid. You know, the reason that James Cameron made the aliens so anthropomorphic was that he thought it would be necessary to be able to empathize with them and to fully comprehend the love story angle that he was working at in the film. Essentially, he kept showing pictures of the female alien character to people he knew and saying, would you do her? Would you do her? Would you do her? And adjusting her like so. Now, personally, I'd like to see a little bit more junk in her trunk, but that's neither here nor there, and I'm sure you're not interested in my personal taste when it comes to that sort of thing. But I just think it's kind of interesting that a crazy blue elf alien thing was designed with human libidos in mind. The trailer goes on to be about as epic as you could imagine, with huge gun battles, dragons, mechas, and all sorts of other cool stuff. And overall, despite the corniness of the Blue Elves and the weak movie science, or what seems like weak movie science based on the trailer alone, it does look pretty thrilling, especially when you watch it in 3D on the big screen. Despite some misgivings, I'm going to give the trailer for Avatar a solid B+. So, what's next? Oh dear God, no. No, 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 no. Dazzling.
Oh, relax. Who's going to beat Singing Chipmunks?
Did you ask who's gonna beat Singing Chipmunks? Hell, I'll do it! I'll beat Singing Chipmunks! I mean, you guys are only like 3 inches tall, so I just have to step on you with my big size 16 feet and crush you into chipmunk jam. I mean, you guys are walking through a high school hallway, so I'm surprised that hasn't happened already. Why are the chipmunks so small in the first place? They were never this small in the cartoons. They were always the size of normal human children. Why in this movie are they made all small? Is it because giant chipmunk children was too creepy? Well, I got news for you. Little tiny chipmunk children are pretty fucking creepy too. I wanna know what love is. Oh God, no. Oh God, no, 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 no. There's more of them. Oh. I want you to show me. I know people who dress up like mascots and go to big conventions and draw pictures of characters from Sonic the Hedgehog getting it on and know what the word yiff means? I think those people are really gonna like this movie. Is anyone else kind of weirded out by the fact that the chipmunks are always attracted to the chipettes, which most resemble themselves? I mean, guys, go get up, look in a mirror, look at your ugly mug, and ask yourself if what you really want in life is a female equivalent of that. Yeah, me too. But surely there's normal people out there who, when told to go screw themselves, don't let out a wistful sigh and murmur under their breath, I wish I could. I wish I could.
Alvin and the Chipmunks, The Squeakquel. Christmas Day.
Ha! Squeakquel. Funny. I don't think too many people, when they saw the Chipmunks movie, were clamoring for a sequel featuring the Chipettes. But maybe I'm wrong. I give the trailer a C-. And now it's time for the Snide Recap! Legion thinks it's a godsend, but I'm marking this package Return to Sender. Transylvania wants to suck ya. Well, no, it just wants to suck. Avatar is retarded, with inexplicable floating landmasses, blue elves, and shoddy neuroscience. Alvin and the Chipmunks, The Squeakquel, is just more high-pitched pandering to a lowbrow audience. That's the Snide Recap, and that's Trailer Failure. Join me next week where I dismantle more glossy Hollywood schlock for your amusement. Distressed Watcher, over and out. Damn, I'm sweaty. Hi, I'm the Distressed Watcher. I review the previews and let you know which trailers are failures. You know, in the days since we've started Trailer Failure, it has become an international phenomenon. And before we move on today, I think it's only right that we take a look back at some classic trailer failure moments. Hello, I am the Distressed Watcher. I review the previews and let you know which trailers are failures. Wow, things sure have changed. One of the very, very few criticisms of trailer failure is that I, the Distressed Watcher, tend to be a little bit long-winded from time to time. And to apologize for that, I have written a long and boring speech which I will now read to you in a monotone voice. Ahem. It was in 1825 when the great philosopher... Hey! No! This is bullshit. I'm reading a speech. You wait till the speech is done, then you play the intro. You don't play the intro while I'm still talking. You wait for me to finish. That's the way this goes. This is madness.
Madness.
Yes, madness.
This is Sparta!
No, bitch. This is trailer failure! That's what you get for starring in Gamer, asshole. Trailer is for Academy Award-winning writer Diablo Cody of Juno fame's Jennifer's Body, which is her first foray into the realm of horror, although personally I think the idea of these two breeding is a lot scarier than a demon-possessed Megan Fox. The trailer opens with Megan Fox swimming in a lake of water that is clear enough for us to see that she is naked, and not quite clear enough for us to get too excited about it. In every school, there is one girl who looks 23 years old and has a friend who looks 24. How many times have these girls failed pre-calculus? Hollywood, if you want to make a movie that takes place in high school, then why don't you cast age-appropriate actors? Or at least actors who look age-appropriate. And I guess one could argue that older actors have more experience and will therefore turn in better performances. But if performance level is really what you're concerned about, would you hire Megan Fox, a girl whose tomatometer is 0%? And of course, we all know why she landed the role. Boom, boom, boom. Cha-ching!
This isn't really your house, is it?
We can play mommy and daddy.
No way.
Wow, usually that doesn't happen until after you marry them.
Jennifer's evil.
I know.
No, I mean, she's actually evil. Not high school evil.
You know, she's in that hot, seductive, evil teenage girl category. Sort of like Rose McGowan in Devil in the Flesh, only instead of being a hot, dark-haired, seductive teenage girl who uses sex as a means of seducing her prey and killing them, she's well, no, it's the same. Ooh, now she can make little charcoal drawings with her tongue. That's a talent that's gonna come in handy when her movie career is over in, well, hopefully any minute now.
Chip is looking really cute to me lately. How is he tasting these days?
Cue the clip.
College kids, the other white meat.
Sure, his character is in high school, but like all the other actors in this movie, he's old enough to be in college.
You're killing people. No, I'm killing boys.
Maybe their environment doesn't have enough porn and video games to sustain their numbers anymore. She's just thinning out the herd a little. She's not a murderous demon, she's just a conservationist. She's a sportsman. Sportswoman-y, demon-y thing.
I will finish you if I have to, okay? You can barely finish gym class.
This was written by an Academy Award-winning writer.
Jennifer's evil.
I know.
No, I mean, she's actually evil. Not high school evil. Chip is looking really cute to me lately. How is he tasting these days? I will finish you if I have to, okay? You can barely finish gym class.
Now, maybe this dialogue clicks together better in the context of the film, but here in this trailer it sounds like something you'd see in one of Troma Entertainment's cheesy horror/comedies. Also, is anyone else getting the sneaking suspicion that this is going to be one of those horror movies with a quote-unquote message? Jennifer's Body is an examination of teenage gender roles and the dark side of female empowerment that is partially endemic to the increasing trend towards androgyny in the American teenage male and the new techno-materialism of the last decade, and blah, blah, blah. I mean, George A. Romero is the master of making horror movies with a message, and even he fucks it up once in a while. So, Karen Kusama, the director of Aeon Flux, she doesn't have a fucking chance. If they try to make this movie mean something, then it's going to be horrible. If they resist the temptation to do that, then it should be fine. Because overall, my qualms with this trailer are pretty minor. The dialogue doesn't seem like something becoming an Academy Award-winning writer, but it does seem well above average for an American horror movie. I give the trailer for Jennifer's Body a C+. Our next trailer is for director Chris Nolan's follow-up to his hugely successful and critically acclaimed blockbuster, The Dark Knight. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Inception. next trailer is for a film that actually has the balls to call itself Ninja Assassin. Wow, that's about as subtle as calling Citizen Kane the asshole who missed his sled and died. Let's take a look. I don't really have a lot to say about the trailer other than that it's very dark. And I don't mean it's dark like goth poetry. I mean it's dark like I can't see what the hell is going on. And I know this isn't just a failing of my monitor or the copy of the trailer I acquired, because I've seen the trailer in theaters and it's just as dim. I can't tell what's going on most of the time. Maybe this is some of the best action shot in years, but we'll never know because the director apparently forgot to hire a lighting guy. At least the protagonist of the movie is actually Asian. Usually movies like this find some convoluted way to make a white man the star. Also, the trailer doesn't look nearly as retarded as you'd expect a trailer for a movie called Ninja Assassin to look. But given the fact that the action all seems to happen in insufficient light and the chances of this film dedicating any time to story and character development is basically nil, I'm left with very little desire to see it. I give the trailer a C+. Our next trailer is for a movie called Adventures of Power. Yeah, that's really the title.
The first sound we hear is the beat of our mama's heart.
Yeah, and the second sound we hear is the sound of $10 being flushed down the drain on tickets for a bad remake of Napoleon Dynamite.
I know it's too late for me to learn to play drums. I can still rock.
No, in order to rock, you have to be able to pull off the look and the musical abilities of a rock musician. You look like a jogging pedophile and you can't play any instruments. Therefore, you are not allowed to rock. Sorry, I don't make the rules, I just enforce them.
My heart is old, it holds my memories.
You are a beautiful spirit. And I love that little thing you do. I love your... It's very cute.
It's not cute, Aunt Joni. People think it's amazing.
You know I named you Power so that you'd be strong. I wanted you to be a man, not a pussyfooter.
I'm not pussyfooting. I'm double bass drumming.
Oh my God, what is happening? How is this possible? This is physically painful to watch. Is this supposed to be a comedy? It doesn't feel like a comedy, it feels like a tragedy. It seems like to me that they paid a bunch of unwitty, unfunny actors to just ad-lib lines and make the plot up as they went along, and then they got a group of mentally retarded, drunken chimps to edit it all together over a weekend. I am in awe of how bad this movie looks.
Any fool can play drums. But when you have got to bounce your hands off air, that is a double workout.
I respect music. I actually play the drums.
So what is this rumor I hear about this air drumming competition on Friday night? Let's show these bastards that we are better than they are.
We're not better, we're just different.
No, we're better.
Different.
Better.
Different.
We're better.
The word you're looking for is worse.
We are air drummers. Every one of us.
It's official. Anything can be a movie. Anything. When is Rock, Paper, Scissors the movie coming out, starring Jack Black and Seth Rogen as two hilariously mismatched brothers who have to enter a rock, paper, scissors tournament to raise money so their mother can get, heart surgery or something? How about this for a movie? Pissing Contest, the motion picture, starring Ben Stiller and Will Ferrell as two guys who get into a dispute over whose popularity is the most inexplicable and decide to settle it by seeing who can pee further. There's a movie for you, Hollywood. Why don't you greenlight that? You've already greenlighted movies about ping pong, dodgeball, competitive beer drinking, whatever. It'll sell tickets. Make a movie about air drumming. See if I care. See if it gets to me. I'm not perturbed. Fuck you. What a colossal piece of contemptible shit. I give this trailer an F. It's only spared the minus because it does seem like it's actually shot well, and the acting does seem above par for this kind of movie. However, with lines like,
You have to call the looks of David Lee Roth.
it doesn't really matter how good of an actor you are. Marlon Brando, in his prime, could not make a line like,
"We have the golden locks of David Lee Roth."
seem the least bit funny or charming or endearing in any conceivable way. Our next trailer is for the sequel to the popular film Twilight. This is New Moon.
It's my birthday. Can I ask for something? Kiss me. I love you.
You're my only reason to stay alive, if that's what I am.
Saying everything very solemnly does not make people take you seriously. It just makes you incredibly boring. Who knew vampires could be so dull? And who knew love stories could be so sanitized and devoid of any real chemistry? I haven't seen an on-screen romance that rang this false since Anakin and Padme in those atrocious Star Wars prequels.
Paper cut.
What, is she a hemophiliac? She's bleeding rather profusely for someone who just got a paper cut. And look how she lets it just drip on the carpet. Normally, when people incur a paper cut, they don't let the blood just drip on the carpet. It's stupid and it's rude. What? That's all it takes? These vampires that supposedly blend in with society have so little willpower that at the first sight of a single drop of blood, they lose their shit like a 13-year-old boy seeing his first pair of boobs and just have to run at it like psychopaths?
What happened with Jasper was nothing.
Nothing compared to what could have happened. I promise never to put you through anything like this ever again. This is the last time you'll ever see me.
It looks like his face is caving in under the immense weight of his eyebrows.
How much could you mean to him if he left you here, unprotected?
A very good point, sudden random black guy. A very good point indeed.
But I can't help myself. You are so mouth-watering.
Shirtless boy with a perfect physique was secretly a werewolf all along. And unlike the werewolves of lore, he doesn't need to wait for a full moon to change. Just like the vampires don't have to stay in during the day. Because who needs flaws and weaknesses that might actually present your characters with challenges and difficulties? Conflict is the last thing you want in a story. That would make it interesting. Who needs complex characters with limitations when you can have a bunch of preening supernatural pretty boys? If you're a girl whose age ends in teen, then you're probably gonna see this movie. And if you're not, then you probably don't need me to tell you to skip the damn thing. This trailer doesn't appeal to me, but then again, it's not really aimed at me. I give it a C because it does what it's supposed to do for the people it's supposed to do it for. Our final trailer of the day is for Astro Boy.
The world's top scientist is building his most incredible creation.
Okay, any scientist who wants to build a robot of a shirtless boy should not be trusted. I hope this is nothing my tax dollars are going towards.
He has the most advanced systems ever created.
Systems? Just systems, not computer systems or positronic systems or weapon systems, just systems. Okay.
I'm Cora. Call me Astro.
Let's build a super powerful robot, give it the mentality of a child, and cast it into a world that it can never be a part of. And to top it all off, we'll give it a ridiculous haircut and a name that contains the word ass. just to further ensure that the children won't accept him. Oh yeah, and let's equip him with advanced weapon systems. Hell, let's even put machine guns in his butt.
I got machine guns in my butt?
Yes, Astro Boy, you do. Are they not glorious? Are they not delicious? I am the greatest scientist of all time. All in all, I have to admit that, butt machine guns aside, this movie does look a lot better than I thought it would. I give this trailer a solid B+. And now it's time for the Snide Recap! Jennifer's body is the only compelling reason to see Jennifer's body. Inception might as well make its tagline, "We got the Dark Knight guy, give us $10." Ninja Assassin is a movie about epic martial arts battles that you'll have to squint to see. Adventures of Power is a movie about air drumming. No snide comment necessary. New Moon is old hat, overdone, and underperformed. Astro Boy is a tale told by an idiot, full of machine guns coming out of a boy's butt, signifying nothing. That's the Snide Recap, and that's trailer failure, and now this finger is pointing. Distress Watcher, over and out. Hello, I'm the Nostalgia Critic. That doesn't seem right. I'm wearing a jacket, and I've got a tie, and I'm wearing glasses. This is my site. I'm a guy with glasses. That guy with the glasses. That sounds like me. Wait a minute. I'm not wearing a hat, though. I guess I couldn't be the Nostalgia Critic if I'm not wearing a hat. Maybe I'm wearing Kara. Wait, he wears a hat, too, doesn't he? And he doesn't have a tie. He does have a jacket, though. A lot of people on this site have jackets. Oh, I must be the Distressed Watcher. That guy sucks. Oh, he reviews trailers. What the hell's the purpose of that? Oh, he reviewed a trailer. Like what? It's not like a movie or something. Oh, wait. It's me. I feel sad now. Will sweep the Oscars in all categories. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Solomon Kane.
I was never more at home than I was in battle.
Well, Battle and Olive Garden, because when you're there, you're family. Dispatch Watcher is brought to you by Olive Garden, not really.
I've done bad things. My soul is damned. Satan's creatures will take me should I stray from the path of peace.
I've done terrible things. Starring in this movie alone is enough to damn my soul to hell.
I have renounced violence.
Oh, you have you? Just for fun, let's see how long that lasts. Wait for it.
Who are they? What are they?
His army.
Wait for it.
And soldiers of the strong.
Wait for it.
Help us!
Stop! If I kill you, I am bound for hell. It is a price I shall gladly pay.
33 seconds! Good job, Solomon. That's gotta be some kind of record. Does anyone else find it a little weird that he thinks his soul is gonna be bound for hell if he saves the women, but if that he ignores their pleas, he'll be bound for heaven and all God's glory? Glory, hallelujah, whatever. This movie has weird theology. A lot of Hollywood movies have just weird theology, I notice. So even though he damned himself by trying to save someone, he can save himself by trying to save someone else. Logic is not needed here. Logic is not needed here. recut that bit for your amusement.
Here's your last chance. Where is the girl? There is evil walking this earth, and I will hunt it down and send it burning back to hell.
Finally! Enough talk! It's about time someone took care of the Miley Cyrus problem.
Every step you took, every pain you suffered,
Every step you took, every pain you suffered,
every breath you take, every move you make.
Great song. Also, is it just me, or is Solomon Kane William Wallacing it up in this scene?
I am not yet ready for hell.
Hell is being in the audience for this movie.
Come on.
Did Megatron knock up the Balrog? How are you gonna kill that thing with a sword? That's like believing a mouse could kill someone with a toothpick.
There are many paths to redemption. Not all of them peaceful.
What the hell, movie? He damned himself by acting violent when it was necessary to save someone, and now you're saying that he can save himself by acting violent when it's necessary to save someone. I hope that the plot of this movie is being misrepresented by this trailer, because if this is actually the way things go in the movie, then you need to give up and start over. I give this trailer a C. It's no Lord of the Rings, but it's no Dungeon Siege either. Our next trailer is for Ellen Page's new film, Whip It. Whip It Good.
If I could have dinner with anyone, it would have to be God.
Really? I'd be afraid of saying the wrong thing and getting attacked by locusts or something.
My mom is gonna kill me.
It says temporary.
Also from Bodine, Miss Bliss Cavender.
She dyed her hair blue for your uptight conservative beauty pageant. Take that, establishment. Ellen Page don't follow your rules. She's a free spirit whose spirit is free. You can't keep her down, no matter how hard you try. And I'm trying pretty hard.
I'm sorry that these pageants don't live up to your high moral standards, but there's a lot you can learn from them no matter what you go on to be in life.
Yeah, such as, well, you know, there are times in every girl's, for instance, fuck it, let's get drunk. Oh, the main character's name is Bliss, even though she's unhappy. That's some good irony. This screenwriter must have had a degree in irony, because a lot of times in movies, irony is so overt and in your face and blatant that it ceases to be clever. But this is one of those instances where, yeah, I'm being sarcastic.
So, what are you, like, alternative now?
Alternative to what?
Oh, you know, alternative to good, intelligent, subtle, artistic, original. That sort of thing.
What is this? Roller derby?
Oh God, no. Rollerball 2, Hot Chick Indie Edition. Wee!
Welcome to skate night at the warehouse. Clean up on aisle 5.
I just want to tell you all that you're my new heroes.
Yeah, I like the way you guys skate in a circle and punch people in the face. That is so awesome.
I guess I do. You could be our mascot.
My ears want to die. Wow, that explains a lot. Who cares cares if it's Drew Barrymore's directorial debut? If you have an established director with a respected body of work, by all means, brag about it. But to say, yeah, it's her first time, so forgive her if she fucks up too bad, that's like saying, hey, it's the debut novel by Jeremy Irons. You like him in movies, so therefore he must be a good writer, right? Right? Wrong.
Looking good, Barbie. You can make out with him, but that is it. Has anyone ever thrown up on the track before?
Yeah. Get ready to meet your newest Girl Scout.
This is your SAT class? I am in love with this.
Losing the chance for our kid to be happy.
So let me get this straight. Ellen Page is an outcast in a conservative family forced to be in beauty pageants. Then she discovers rollerball, and she sucks at first, but over time she improves. Her mother finds out, blows a gasket. Then her father says, I'm not going to let you be sad, princess. You go ahead and do your crazy roller skating punk rock thing if that's what makes you happy, even though there's no future in it. Isn't that an awful lot of plot to be giving away for just a trailer? Is there any reason to see this movie? I hope this movie has something more to offer than the dramatic tension between her and her parents, because it has been spoiled, completely spoiled.
We're number two! We're number two!
He came in second out of 2 teams. That's right, celebrate mediocrity. That's fantastic.
Why shouldn't they? This movie does. It even tells people to find a tribe. Fine, here's my tribe. I'm a member of the Fuck Your movie, and its pseudo-rebellion, and its idea that joining a group is the best way to feel better about yourself. Tribe. Membership. One motherfucker, and his name is the Distress Watcher. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Now, that being said, the message does seem more innocuous than malicious, and it does look to be a fairly funny, bright, and colorful movie. I give the trailer a B. Our next trailer is for a movie called Paranormal Activity. Ooh. This is one of those horror movie ads you see every so often where they show you the audience's reaction to their movie. In the past, this advertising gimmick was used successfully by the Blair Witch Project and 28 Days Later. I don't really have much to say, except that a lot of people in the audience seem rather amused or completely unperturbed by what's going on screen. Our eyes are, of course, drawn to the people who are freaked out at the jump scenes, but all this really tells you about the movie is that it contains jump scenes. Any movie can make you jump with a well-placed loud noise and a shocking image to accompany it. That doesn't require much skill. I'd be much more interested in seeing people at rapt attention, entranced by the spell of good storytelling, than just to see 20-something-year-old girls jump in fear because someone made a loud bang. I give this trailer a D-. I've never been fond of this particular advertising gimmick. Our next trailer is for a movie called Serbian Scars. Spoiler alert, it's gonna suck. Trailer, can I talk to you for a second? You just started, and already your music sounds like you're trying to impress upon me the fact that you are the most epic movie of all time. And I assure you that this is not the case. So, settle down. Just settle on down. Lazy Logo Studios presents. Seriously, that's not even a logo, it's just some text. If you can't create a logo, how can I count on you to create a movie? Who scored this fucking piece of shit? This is like if Michael Bay and Richard Wagner had a gay love child and it was raised on nothing but corn syrup and Red Bull, and it was allowed to compose an orchestra of angry, drug-addled baboons. Oh, make it stop, make it stop, make it stop. Brent Huff? The Brent Huff? Why didn't you say so? Who the fuck is Brent huff.
Serbian Scars. In theaters, September 25th.
That's today! I wonder if it's playing in a theater near me. No, it's not. I checked earlier and it's not playing anywhere within 100 square miles of here. I give this trailer a D-. Our last trailer of the day is for the upcoming film... What? No, I can't do that. What, are you insane? His fans will kill me if I make even the slightest joke about him. Stop! Stop! Oh, God. Don't do this to me. I can't watch this. I'm not listening. La 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 la.
There's the man. Yes, Marco.
Was that him before or after his death?
The man is here.
We're all here because of him. May that continue, with him leading the way.
You're all there because of him? What is he, God?
Let's do it one more time. I love you. I really do.
We're family, just know that.
You've been hit by, you've been struck by a smooth criminal.
Hold for applause, fade out.
Goddamn. There's really no joke I can make here. It really does look like it would have been a hell of a show, and it's actually quite unfortunate that it was never able to be actualized. It's actually kind of a sad note to end Trailer Failure on. It really does remind you that Michael Jackson was an immense talent, and we probably aren't ever going to get someone like that again. I mean, for all of his flaws, he indeed was one of the greatest showmen of all time. Probably the greatest showman of all time, at least the greatest to ever live in our lifetime. It's very sad. Very, very sad. Oh, well, time for the Snyder Recap! Solomon Kane looks like Lord of the Rings, with half the brains and 1/20th of the budget. Whip It is not just the title of Ellen Page's new movie, it's also the philosophy that said movie applies to dead horses, with its cliché girl power message. Paranormal Activity seems like fairly normal activity for unoriginal Hollywood studios. Serbian Scars is a cut below the competition. This Is It is missing 2 letters from its title, an S and an H. Well, that's the Snide Recap, and that's Trailer Failure. Join me next week when I give Hollywood a break, and I go after some of the latest independent films that are not opening in a theater anywhere near you, unless you happen to live in New York or LA. I'm the Distressed Watcher, signing out. Sorry about the Michael Jackson joke.